If Drake run up on me, I'm on. If Drake run up on me, I'm on. Yeah. Hey, everybody get lit up in this joint, y'all. I'm on rah. Hit that Cabbage Patch Highway. Yeah. Illuminati on my body. I got plenty of choppers. Let's roll that intro, y'all. Rah by. Y'all already know. We the hottest in the game. We ain't got to keep telling you. You see it. And the ancestors are looking out for us.
Todd Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under.
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown letter. Peace.
Young
Be unto you.
TV.
Hit that like.
Hey, y'all. As you can see, we the green. We're about to go to that purple next, though. We're about to get to that purple next. Stay tuned. We're working that green right now. Hey, what y'all got going on out there? Where y'all at? Shout out where you at, man. You in Sacramento? You in London? Paris, France? Where you at? We got Phase One backstage as always. Keep in mind, we on that green light. You probably can't see my green light. Probably have to take the back screen now, but you can tell. We got green light all over the house, though. And next we going to the blue, then the purple, the crown chakra. Yeah, Drake run up on us. What we gonna do? Drake run up on us. And like I said, we got Phase One backstage, y'all. Get them in here. Share, like, subscribe on your Instagram and your Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We running the game right now. What y'all want to talk about? Hey, shout out Daytona Beach. Shout out Memphis. Shout out Harlem. Harlem in the building, right? Shout out the Bronx. My boy Izzy from Brooklyn. Shout out Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the building. Baltimore, Houston. Where y'all at, y'all? Where you at? Where you at? Louisiana. That's where I'm from. Shout out Louisiana. Uptown, downtown, New Orleans, Monroe, BR. Shout out BR. Detroit, Virginia, Oklahoma City in the building. Right? Shout out Virginia. Hey, what up, Maurice? I'm gonna hit you, man. I saw that you called me. I missed your call. Shout out that boy Maurice. Shout out Georgia, man. Mobile, Alabama. It's nice down there. Mobile. We've been there down there. It's nice down there. That's Watertown. Mobile. Shout out Arizona. Are you in Phoenix, Ford? Shout out Phoenix. We finna be on tour. We're gonna be coming to see all y'all. Me and Faise, now we're gonna be on tour. Put a cop us a Sprinter. Cop us a Sprinter brand and go on tour. Nine Guard Entertainment, nigga. What's happening? We in the building. Green light. Shout out Hawaii, St. Louis, Alabama, Atlanta. Hey, shout out to A, man. We posted in the A, Minnesota. Yeah, we see y'all. Y'all, we all across the globe. Yeah, so yeah, y'all lock it in, man. Subscribe, hit that like. About to bring Faise on in a minute. So keep in mind, like we said, we've been moving in that green light, and everything is being pure. It's being purified. The energy, the air is being purified. The energy is being purified. Says bad news. Hey, bad news, Virginia, huh? It's a place called Duck Butt, Texas. Shout out Duck Butt, Texas. I think it's something like that. Like Texas got some weird places where they you know. So that's right. So that's right. Yes, it's Faise One is descendant of the 12 major signs. Yeah, man, Faise is a phenomenon in the system. Like, okay, yeah, we can talk about that while we're waiting on Faise to come on, because you got to warm up the stage by 10 minutes. So keep in mind about the Matrix and the green light. And keep in mind we're fighting against the dragon, right? So when it's a part in the movie where Neo, they told Neo when he was coming in that everybody run from these agents. Nobody would stay and fight them. Everybody that stay and fight them die. Everybody that stay and fight these people die. But Neo said he had in his mind that nah, these people can be beat. You know what I'm saying? So he fought one. He almost died, but he made it. And then he started to build confidence. I noticed that confidence in this system, in the spiritual realm, you gotta have confidence when you're fighting against the dragon. And we ain't running no more. We at the point where Neo realized he don't gotta run from these dudes. And then they shot them bullets at him. He said, no. See, all you gotta do is say no to this, to the demonic energy or negative energy. All you gotta do is say no. And then what you do is realize that you can overpower this. I'm more powerful than these agents who are trying to distract us, right? And then as he got stronger in the series, at one point when Agent Smith was being able to clone himself and make multiple copies, at one point he could hear his telepathic senses was being upgraded and things, and he could start to feel them when they was coming, because he said it's a deja vu. And he said, run. He said, go. The ages are coming. And when they came, he sat there, he fought them for a while, right? He fought against all these Agent Smiths for a while. And then he realized, I don't got to sit here and fight these beings. I could just fly off. And then so he flew off, right? He says, no, forget this. Boom. And then shot out, right? So sometimes you can decide to run. Sometimes you can decide to fight. Well, we ain't running no more. We tired of running from the Luciferians. We ain't running no more. And we talking about the amber light Luciferians, the ones who infiltrate us, try to take us over. We fighting the dragon head up. Like Faye said, so a lot of people hadn't looked the devil in the eye and told him move around. You know what I'm saying? When you see like a dude, like when you make like you see a good dude and you study picking at him, and then he do this, and then he turn into a whole different person. Yeah, you got people out here, they want to do something, and then once you really show them what time it is, they don't really want to do nothing anymore. So that's one point. Now another thing that might be happening to y'all as this green light hit the planet is that hold on, let me make sure Faise got that Faise about to get ready to come in. Okay, yeah, he says give him 5. You know what I'm saying? He back there, get ready to come on stage. Say give him 5. Okay. So let's talk about this. A lot of y'all telepathic senses are being sped up. And the the telepathic senses come by way of it's some people say they call it a spiritual gift, but the telepathic senses are coming by because of the alertness and the planet is speeding up. So a lot of y'all are feeling things as they happen, especially if you connected to someone with an etherical cord to them. If you connected to people with etherical cords, you can feel the stuff that's happening to them as it's happening, and you can telepathically. Let me tell you this. Let me break this down because there's a lot of shit just going through my head at one time. But what we're gonna work on, and we're gonna be talking about this, is telepathic. How to use your telepathic abilities to hear people think, and it's a combination of things you got to pick up to get to this point. One of them is body language. You got to learn body language. Learn when you. I can stand maybe a long ways off. If I can see you and see you talking to another person, I can tell how y'all interacting. I can pretty much make out what y'all saying to each other just because I did it so long. I can read body language, right? And you can read people like a book. Here go Faise right here, y'all. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, now coming to the stage, Faise One.
Yo.
Hey, Faise. Hey, you sound good. It's about that time. Hey, Drake run up on me. I'm gonna slap his ass twin if Drake run up on me. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it. Nah, hey, let's get into it though. But like I say, everybody think that you it's just about going at that person, but it's really a scientific background, and it's a lot of esoteric information connected, and NGO, just prophecy and everything connected to a lot of the stuff that you putting out now. And so people they coming in. They finna get it. You finna get this work. Like we say, you finna get this work. Hey, so ladies and gentlemen, Faise One. Before you go, Faise, I forgot to make this big announcement. Let me make this announcement before we forget. Let me share my screen real quick, y'all. Faise One got 10 books out, y'all. 10 books. If you want to get those books, all you have to do is cash app him at his cash app, which is Play for Change, right? Now you can send them any amount of donation, but you're gonna get 10 books. So show them some love, right? I'm gonna show y'all this thumbnail right here. Peace, y'all. Ride by if you come into the building, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Here we go, right here. Right. So this is the cash app right here at the bottom. Play for a Change. 10 books written by. So check that out. For my people that want to get that, and be sure to leave your emails in the little descriptions, right? Because we ain't gonna know you want the books if you don't leave the emails, right? So leave the emails in the description. So we made that announcement. All right, let's get it.
Thanks.
All
I
right,
appreciate
it. Here we go. Let's take off. All right. I'm gonna mute out.
Right up. So first of all, before we even start, how you feeling, your elder? What's the vibes? What you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling green, man. I'm feeling green like a pool table, but not the green they say when you in the streets and you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? We know we in that other green light. Yeah. So I feel like a pureness. I feel like a cleanliness. The green light is it's like purifying the whole. It's exposing everything that's false, and it's just everything coming out. So it's just. Yeah, it's purifying the negative energy and the curse energy and all that. It's just, I feel real green right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. Somebody said they feel minty fresh they feel mint fresh.
When you did that, I did a shuffle. I did a card pull. I pulled the language of light card. While I asked you that, I was pulling me some cards. So I pulled a language of light card. This is what we speak. As a matter of fact, one of the books I got is called How to Speak Elite, which is saying how to speak the language of the light, how to speak the language of the Illuminati. So I understand why they had me ask that, and I understand why they had me pull that card. Because to begin with, before you even start speaking on Drake the Dragon being exposed, first let's deal with the fact that Drake the Dragon is all around you to begin with. It's not something that we should have had to expose. It's just that in this day and time, too many people that achieve the degrees of consciousness started to push out the dark degrees, or the degrees of Baphomet, or the degrees Sophia, and it calls for all of the people to be blinded in a time where they needed to be able to see the light. But what is that light? What does language of the light mean? What does language of the Illuminati mean? What do I mean when I'm saying how to speak elite? First, when you're looking at people and you see their names, right, or the dates that they were born, or the time periods in which they came into your reality, as in when you met them, but also into the reality, as in the whole game, the whole plane itself, when they were first being beheld, or somebody first said, this is this person, and they gave them a tone. What were the elements? What were the compartments and pieces that came together to form that moment? Can you read that? If you look at a sign right now and you see 4 letters on it, it's a red sign. It says STOP. Not only do you know how to read that sign, especially if you speak in English in an English-speaking society, you know how to read that sign, but you also know the action that needs to be done once you see that sign based off of how the laws in your society is set up. So when you see a stop sign, what do? You come to a stop. When you see a green light, what do? You go. When you see a red light, you stop and observe. You pay attention to what's going on around you. Okay, cool. So both of those lights have some type of position and some type of purpose, all right, especially in a reality where they exist. It's not like red light itself is evil. However, certain beings have navigated themselves and gravitated toward the lower vibratory realities. Okay, so when they access certain light, what they chose to do when they touched that all-spark was they put out the light that calls for people to not be able to behold things how they could be beheld if you had the sciences that allowed you to see past what was just that veil sitting in front of you, or what you say is face value. So when you hear Drake exposed, or when you saw 19 keys exposed, and then I can say this a million times over, people still won't get it, but eventually it will start to seep in. You think, oh, this must be about 19 keys, the human flesh being is way bigger than him. You think it has to be about Drake, the human flesh being is way bigger than him. However, they have to, because they pushed out themselves, or they were ejected or projected in your reality as stars, they still have to amount to, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whatever the sciences are that come with their name. The same way you say Kanye, Omari West. Okay, when I was in high school, they used to say, you remind me of Kanye. They used to call me Little Kanye. I had a counselor who called me Little Kanye in high school, right? Why? Well, Kanye's middle name is Omari. My first name is Omari. That Mar is in our name. They say, you remind me of Tupac. Well, Tupac has Amaru in his name. Amaru. Okay, is that an accident? No. There are no accidents. When you really start figuring out who was what and what was what and who and when at a certain period of time and why it happened this way and that way, you start being able to tie everything together and say, there are no coincidences. There are no accidents. That's why I tell you, study in the Hermeticus, all right, or the school of Hermes or Tahuti, all right, depending on what tone you call them by. And you'll find that their whole explanation of your reality is, for one, it's not happening by chance. And for two, the only differing degree in the master and the novice is what they understand, what they're able to read with that stop sign, and those who know what to do when they see a stop sign. Now, you may still see the stop sign and choose to drive through it, and you may get away with it. But if there's somebody placed in position, all right, that'll say, well, you got to get your hand tapped because you ran through that stop sign and you knew you weren't supposed to, when you call the police, all right, or an authoritative figure, what they do, or what we do is we step in and say, you were supposed to observe that. You understand? And we give you a ticket or a citation or a recitation and tell you have to remember this time, all right, or next time, and you will be fined, okay, until you become refined, and then you learn to respect that law, all right? This is how the language of the light works. Everything around you is to be read. Everything around you is being read by certain levels of people at certain different times. People are being able to read it. Not only are they able to read it, they're also able to write it. Are you with me? So the elite are playing a specific game, and the commoners, as they call them, are playing a whole different game. The commoners are the ones like everybody else that don't have a position, that sit right up there with the EOP called the Eye of Providence, all right, who understand a new concept, all right, or a new conception. We say annuit coeptis, the ones who say God has favored our works. God has favored us or put us above everybody else. So they set themselves up as the ones who literally have the divine connection, separated themselves from the ones who sit at the bottom of that pyramid called the commoners. And they built this whole reality, letter by letter, word by word, concept by concept. They gave each color a name. They gave each color an emotion. They gave each of these sounds called phonemes a position in your reality where you'll use these phonemes to express some type of idea. You understand? So if you're speaking an English language, for certain, not just the English language, any of the languages, somebody crafted it and put it together. Okay, it's the same thing with this reality. So when you see Drake, what do you hear? All right, some people may go immediately to Draconian. okay, which is what I feel a lot of people will do. They immediately go, oh, when you talk about a Draconian. Well, first, look at the being in your mind's eye. When you see Drake, who is called Aubrey, all right? Look at the being in your mind's eye, and I want you to ask yourself, does he look like the average human being? Does Drake look like the average human being? Or would you immediately be able to locate Drake in Disney or Nickelodeon, any of these places where they don't put these cartoon characters or elf creatures? Hold on to that. Like, he doesn't look like a human being off rip. All right? Somebody might even say Dracula or another type of being, a vampire. Okay, you can immediately look at Drake and see that. Now that I've said it, you won't be able to unsee it. Okay, cool. Drake in your mind's eye is not the average human being. He was never born to be the average human being, which is why he was named certain tones for certain reasons. So what is Aubrey? Because they can say, well, we're not talking about Drake. Let's deal with the Aubrey first. Because somebody might say it's not his name, it's his middle name. So if you look at the Aubrey, Aubrey itself is a breakdown of two words. You're saying the word alb, A-L-B, which is to say a elf, or something that is likened unto a fairy. Okay, so you're saying an elf. Or you could say R-I-C, all right, at the end. So Alb-Rik. Go look at the word, Alb-Rik. So when you're saying Alb-Rik, you're saying elf, ruler, which will be ruler of elves. So that's why I say hold on to the elf. So if I'm saying a ruler of elves, what am I saying? An elf, if you don't know, is a fallen angel. Go and research it and you'll find that back in folklore, they were saying those who were referred to as elves were beings who at one point in time were in the heavens as angels, okay? But they fell, but they didn't yet, like Rumpelstiltskin and the rest of them were able to access the lower planes. Those who were the elves on the surface, they hadn't sank into the hell yet, or sank into Jahannam or the lower planes. So they were still able to meddle around and deal with the human beings, all right? Like a lot of the Jinn in Al-Quran was spoken to be these beings who like the smokeless fire beings. All right, so you had different levels of these beings. The elves were the ones who were also of the angelic host, but they fell. So if we're speaking of fallen angels, then we have to go into that whole story and say, well, if Aubrey is saying an elf ruler, we're not just talking about one of the fallen angels as some random angel. We're talking about the face of the fallen angels, or the father of the fallen angels, which will explain to you when he put out the album called For All the Dogs. For all the who? For all the dogs, okay? Anybody know who the dogs are? We know it's different symbolism. So you have the dogs. The dogs are the ones who carry Jinn, all right? The dogs are the ones who are represented by other groups of beings like the Samael beings, and the rest of it, we'll get into that also. So the dogs were the ones like Anubis who led to the dark side. And they weren't of the light beings. They were of the dark beings, or the six beings, as opposed to the nine. Are you with me? So when he put out the album called For All the Dogs, you have to go and look at what the cover of the album portrayed. It portrayed not just any random being, but a being with red eyes. So what light was Drake coming with? Off rip. The red light. And he said his son, called Adonis, stay with me, was the one who drew these images out. However, if his son drew these images out, it just so happened that whatever the images were that his son drew out directly aligned with the whole breakdown of who and what this being is and what they are here to do. As in the flesh form, but also they're not alone. Because you have to look at it. If that's Aubrey, the elf ruler, then they have other beings up under them. The same way you had another being called Samael, who came here into this plane, but he was not alone. So Samael becomes the one who is the poisoner. If you go look up what Samael means, it means a poisoner, a venom. All right? Remember the movie Venom, okay? The one who was able to convince human beings to become poisonous and to harm each other, okay? And to steal from one another, or to go against the law of the Most High. The one who calls people to speak with the blasphemous tongue, which we'll get into that also. This was Nekas, a poison being, all right, who had all of the different knowledge that the gods has. For God doth know that on the day that you eat thereof, your eyes will be. How did he know all of these things? He knew these things how? Because he also had the light. He spoke the language of the Illuminati, or the language of the light. Are you with me? So this being called Samael fell or descended. That's why you call these certain beings Nephilim, right? And Nephil is a word to mean fall, as you say. But if you really knew what you were supposed to know at that time, those who recorded it, falling really meant to descend into the earth plane. because a lot of people think that heaven is up there, but now with the science of today, you have a better understanding that you're not sitting on some flat plane looking up. You're looking outward into what was referred to as the cosmos or the heavens, where there are other galaxies and other places, other planets with their own gravitational pulls and their time zones and all of that. So you, as a human being, might say fall, Nephil, but really the word would have meant descend, to come into the earth plane like they show you in the Transformers movie. All right? So that Nephil group of beings, or the Nephilim, okay, came with Samael and the rest of the ones who were referred to as the 200 fallen angels. 200 fallen angels, very key number. Why is it a key number? Because not only do we see the depiction of this being with red light, like Zuin, on the cover of For All the Dogs, with these horns pointing outward, that's supposed to be this goat-like image, but it's also a jackal image. We can get into that also, okay, when you go into the movie The Omen, all right? Not only do we see this being with this red light, we also see on the back where they have the track list that there's a specific number on the back of his album cover. What is that number? That number is 200. Why? Why did he choose 200? Let me tell you why. The Sun was saying that the goat on the image of the album was referred to as the daddy goat, meaning this was the ruler, the father of the rest of those fallen angels. So if you look at that science within itself, the daddy goat will be the El Rick, okay? Or the ruler of the fallen ones, which were the elves, okay? So then Aubrey lives up to his name. He has to, by the way, because all of this is a game. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. Learn as you know how to play it, then it makes sense to you. If you don't know how to play it, you don't know what you're looking at. Aubrey lives up to his first name, okay? Because he's a ruler of all of these fallen angels. So he says, for all the dogs, or for all of you who came with me and fell from being gods to dogs and went into this underworld, where at one time you may have been heavenly beings, a part of the heavenly host, but Iblis, you fell. Lucifer, why did you fall? How did you fall? And become of the lowly Iblis, all right? So then, not only did you see the 200 number on the back of the album cover with the track list, you also saw 2 random letters, all right? Actually, you saw 3. Well, we'll deal with 2, and then we'll get to the 3rd. The 2 random letters you saw was B and W. Immediately, I knew exactly what it was. Well, what was it? It was Berkowitz. Berkowitz. I'll explain how. There was a while back where you had this occurrence where there was a man who murdered 6 people. Do the math. 6 people. And he said that there was a being who had a dog, and the being's name was Sam Carr. He said he was not a regular person. He said it was a demon in human form. And he said his name was Sam Carr. Sam Carr. Someone who is Sam, Samael, possessing a flesh. Carr. Sam Carr. Are you with me? And that dog, I think the dog's name was Harvey, okay, was telling him, go out and commit these murders. All right? The dog was doing the works of, or telling him to do the works of, whatever Sam was saying the works needed to be. All right? So there was a union. This being, Sam Carr, was an otherworldly being beheld by whoever this David Berkowitz person was. So if you say the word Berko is to say berserk or a frenzy. All right, something to do something in a frenzied state, something that's causing you to be crazy. Berserk, go look it up, Berko. And then you'll find wits. The wits is your mind. So David Berkowitz had a crazy mind. His mind was crazy or out of whack. And he was listening to a demonic being or a demonic union. Harvey and then this other Sam Carr being. Why is it important? Because Sam also ties you to beings like Uncle Sam. Okay? Now, if you look at Uncle Sam, you will see Uncle Sam's depictions. He looks like an elf. And if you go look at the elves, they also wear the top hats. They wear the hat, and Uncle Sam wears the hat. So what's my point here? My point here is not only was the sun just drawing things, the sun was drawing things that's reminding you of everything I've been telling you. Why did he choose that number 200? Because he had to. Because I had to be able to show you that that's the 200 fallen angels. Why was it BW? Because it's the Berkowitz, the same one, who was aligning with the S car or the Sam car. Now go look at the back of the album cover and tell me you don't see an image off to the right. All you gotta do is look at Drake For All the Dogs track list, and you will see an image off to the right that looks like a Hot Wheels car from the aerial view or the eagle eye view with the letter S on it. Are you with me? Now, some people may say, well, that's a scorpion, which we can get into that too. But if you look at it, you will see a car. So what is the S? Sam. What is the vehicle? A car. Sam car. So there were 3 letters in all, B, W, and an S. The other S was both on that car image, but also to the left, where it was standing up erect. And in the Holy Tablets, Malachi York broke down that when you saw that S standing up erect, it was a snake that was in striking position. A snake that was about to strike. Now, let's deal with people saying, well, it could potentially be a scorpion. All right, well, there'll be a reason you say that, because did not this person have an album? Did not Aubrey or Drake have an album? And that album was called what? Scorpion. All right? Now, what do scorpions do when they sting? They poison, right? So when they sting, they poison. When snakes bite, what do? They poison. All right? And this is why the war took place, where you saw Drake versus Triple X, because the Triple X is also the symbol for poison. And when Triple X was poisoned or bitten or killed or stung, Drake followed up with an album called Scorpion. Are you with me? And on his song Upset, there was artwork released where there was a red moon, young elder, a big blood red moon, young elder. Are you listening? Because we beheld that at the same time. And we saw the shift take place. I'm telling you, it's different. And there was a skeleton hand sticking up out of the grave with a scorpion on top of it. He was bragging. You go listen to the Mob Tot song. We can get into that too. But you listen to it, all of these words and statements were being made where people were being told what was done. And he even said it, if something happens to me, Drake was responsible. Drake did it. And nobody wants to pay attention to that. Well, let's look at it. If you have XXX as poison, okay, then we have to look at XXX, though that is a hint. What is the name of the person? The name of Triple X was Jase. That's why in my song Dragon, I say what? You won't get a chance to do me like you did my nigga Jase. Because Jase dared to battle the beast. Jase dared to make war with the beast. Are you with me? And they said they were going to make an example out of Jase. But I said no, because Jah says otherwise. Who is Jah? Jah is God. What is that saying? Say phonetically. To say a thing, to speak the bar. Okay, so Jah speaks something else into existence. Because go look at the word Jase, and you will find that it means God speaks. And who is God? Go look up my name, Omari, and you will find that Omari means God. Okay, so I speak something else into existence. No, Drake, the dragon, go look up what Drake means. It means the dragon. It also means Shaitan, Satan, does not prevail. The dragon does not prevail, for he was cast out before, and he will attempt to wage war in the higher planes where the stars are. Hold on to that. But he does not prevail. And so this Scorpion album comes out as a brag and says, yes, I did poison this man. You understand? Yes, I did sting them. But remember, there were certain people who were given a certain type of authority. Who remembers who those people were? Because they spoke about them in the book of Luke chapter 10, verse 19, where you'll find what? You will be able to step over these scorpions and step over these snakes. You will have the power to step over them and nothing will be able to harm you. Are you with me? Why did they list that? Because you have those scorpions and those serpents with the same ability to poison. Now, people say, well, Drake is a Scorpio. Exactly. What is the image of the Scorpio? If you go and find the image of the Scorpio, what will you find? You will find a snake. Go look it up. Somebody do it right now for themselves. Go look up what the image of the Scorpio zodiac sign appears to be, and you will see that it is a snake. It even has the point, okay? So it looks like two different things, like the snake coiling, but it also looks like a dragon tail. So, of course, you see the scorpion up there in the stars with the S symbol. There's another fact that you have to look into. When you look at the constellation itself that forms this scorpion, you will see the letter S. Go make me a truth teller. And what is that S? That same S that appears on that album cover, track list. You with me? Because it's a representation of something. Something that is standing and prepared to strike. So if somebody is prepared to strike, what does that mean? They seek to poison you. Are you with me? So who is the one that seeks to poison? He's called Samael. Are you with me? And Samael was the one who they had to watch out for even in the Garden of Eden. They said he was sly. He was cunning of all of the beasts of the field that the Lord God had made. You have to watch out for because he's real sneaky. You understand? And you don't know when or how they're going to strike. Why do they speak that way? Because you're talking about a group of beings who knew the order, like the Catholics that we spoke about with the 19 keys exposed. They know the order. They know the true light, yet they will choose to emit and project the amber light so as to maintain their control, so as to maintain their power. All right. So then when Jose went up against the beast, what happened? They struck him and they poisoned him. They released the Scorpion album to prove that they had finished that poison. And so we sent out the warning and say, be cautious because Samael is not finished. Samael's whole intention is to poison you because once they poison you, you cannot ascend. Are you with me? They cause you to fall low. And follow Iblis, and you will go in disobedience against who some of you refer to as Allah Ta'ala, some of you say Dawu, some of you say Teo, some of you say Ta, some of you say God. It depends on whatever your tone is. Whatever it is, it's speaking of a very specific order that leads you to a very specific place. Are you with me? And so go and behold that track list cover, and you will see not only the S, you will see the BW, you'll see the Scorpion or that car, and you'll also see something that appears to be fire. Now you have to ask yourself, why was the fire there? Because it's a representation of the fallen ones, the fallen angels. So if I'm saying Drake is the dragon, go look up the name, and you will see that Drake is literally the dragon. If I'm saying Aubrey is an elf ruler, go look up the etymology of the name, and you'll find that it aligns. Because that dragon was also in heaven in Revelation chapter what? 12. And you'll go 12 verse 3, and you'll find that not only was it a dragon, it had a specific color. And what was that color? Red. It was a red dragon. And so you find that there's a green light movement. There's a group of beings who align with the red light, and there's a group of beings who align with the green light. The green light wars with the red. It's been like that since the beginning. We war with these beings. And I told you, Samael, that Sam I am doesn't like the green eggs or the Ham, the ones who come as descendants of Ham, or the ones who are the green eggs, who are Eve's children. And we put it in writing. What? There will be enmity between the serpent seed and the woman seed. Who is that woman? Hawa. Who is that woman? Haya. Eve. Are you with me? So the war is still taking place. So Revelation chapter 12, verse 3, you'll find the color of the dragon. Okay, where it's being introduced. You go all the way to Revelation chapter 12, verse 7, and you'll find that war took place between Mikael, and Drake, the dragon. They literally said there's a war that Mikael and his angels fought, and the dragon and his angels fought, or Satan and his angels fought. So again, did Satan have angels with him? Yes. Did the dragon have angels with him? Yes. So those angels were also what? The fallen ones, who were the elves. Again, you have the dragon, all right, who is the Rick, the elf ruler, and you have all of the ones who came with him. It's more proof right there. All right, so Mikael and Drake fight. Mikael and Drake fight. Mikael and Drake have a war. Go research who was tied for the Billboard's #1 hits, and you will find that it was Mikael and Drake just recently, wasn't too long ago. And Drake went on his Instagram story with a Michael Jackson glove and a glass. All right, whether it was liquor or wine, whatever was in it. And he was supposed to be celebrating the fact that he was able to get up there and war with Mikael. You still don't get it? Of all the people, he was going up against Mikael. And he celebrated about it. And everybody said, okay, cool. He said, we actually had more. He said it was actually 14 that he had, but they didn't count the sickle mode or whatever the fuck. There was a war. Go ahead.
I think he shot the I think he shot the video at Times Square. He just did the video at Times Square. He had the glove on saying that. Yeah, he did a video just recently where he had Times Square with Michael Jackson glove on, and he doing, I seen it just recently.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Times Square.
Yeah, about Times Square, the House of Dakota. He on top of the House of Dakota, I think. He on top of that house, the House of Dakota on the corner, where supposedly Almond birth 666. Ronald Reagan's daughter supposedly, you know, what Bible was talking about with that, with the return of the devil's son or whatever. He did it on. Yeah, he was on in the video. He on Times Square on top of that building. I think I had to go back and watch it again, but now it's coming to me as you saying it. When you said it came to me, like, damn, that's what that shit was. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm about to go back and watch it.
Factor that in, exactly, and factor in the fact that I had just come out with the Michael album. Right? You got to go look. You see the Source music video and the Michael album. If you pay attention to the Michael album cover, I'm wearing the exact same fit that I'm wearing in the Source music video. And at the end of the Source music video, I put Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, where I say what? We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the evil rulers of principalities of darkness in high places. All right? Spiritual wickedness. So go watch that Source music video. At the end, you'll hear, like I explained before, time is on my side. He was performing it where? In Times Square. Now you got to pay closer attention because he also, Denzel Washington, also said in that clip at the end of my Source music video, he said what? Mike. He started calling out the name, Mike, which is Michael. Are you with me? Remember I told you the elite, which I'm one of them. We don't just read, we write. We got the pen in our hand. You know what I'm saying? So I put out the Michael album. All right? All these other things started happening. Remember Albus Dumbledore, okay? The creature, the character who passed away recently after I dropped the Michael album, by the way. His name was Michael, okay? Brother Polite got hit with a sentence, 7 years. What is Brother Polite's name? Michael. Are you with me? All these things were happening around the same time. You had Miguel come out and do the rope hanging performance where he was hanging from a rope. What does Miguel mean? It is literally the name Michael. Go look it up. Miguel is Mikael. Mikael, one who is like El. Go look it up. Make me a truth teller. Okay, Miguel's name of that song was Rope. Where I was speaking to people about the thread and holding on to that rope. All right, Quran chapter 3, verse 103. Hold on to the rope, hold fast to the rope of Allah, see to it that you are not divided. Are you with me? They told him to hold on all together, by the way. And it was Michael or Miguel, who came out with a song recently called The Number 9. Are you with me? So all of this was speaking about a war in heaven. So you saw Miguel come out with a rope performance where he was connected to a higher plane with ropes. All right? And then Maui was on fire. So Maui was on fire. Why is that significant? Because Maui was on fire right around the time Miguel came out with the rope performance, and Maui is a god that used rope to connect to the sun and war with it. So you saw Maui, which is Maya, illusion, the trickster god, the illusion god. You saw Miguel, all right, which is really like the TV show they gave us, Maya and Miguel. It's Maya and Miguel, which were twins or two different types of rulers or Erics. Are you with me? And they're speaking about a war that takes place on a celestial plane or a heavenly plane. So when Maui is fighting the sun and Miguel is saying, come and connect to the sun, everything has to return to the number 9. Go listen to the number 9 song. You have to ask yourself, why did Miguel make that song? Of all the things he could have said, why did he make a song speaking about returning from the dust to the 9? Why? It's very significant because that war that's taking place on these higher planes is speaking about these stars that you see right now. Not the stars alone, but the stars. You can read what's happening in your reality based off of who the celebrities are at the time that you exist here. Your celebrities are the gods. Your celebrities are the stars that you have to watch and read to know what time it is. So if you see stars falling, that's prophecy. Stars falling from the heavens is prophecy. If you see a star rising up, that's a prophecy. If you see a beast, which is something that's known to man as a celebrity, or any of these beasts coming up out of the great waters, okay, well, then you need to pay attention to that. Because if you say the word Toronto, it means many or plenty. If you say the word Ontario, it means waters or great lakes. So they mentioned in your book, Revelation chapter 13, verse 1, go read it. They were talking about a beast that came up out of the waters. Okay? And they said to pay attention to that beast. This beast went on to be the conversation of the number 666. but they told you that this beast would have the names of blasphemy on their head. Are you with me? Who was the one who rapped and said blasphemy, like putting the six with the God? That was Drake. None other than. So go read Revelation chapter 13 and remember the signs that I've broken down to you before. If you haven't heard it, I'll tell you that 13 is the letter B. So when you're looking into Revelation 13, notice that it's about the beast. 13 is about the beast. And they also explain to you about the great number, 666. And it'll be a number of a man, the number of a beast. We got all these rulers. And I dare you to go and look and find that there was a man called Drake, 7th century, who was killing all the Christians. And they said, this must be the beast that we were told about. Are you with me? And now, decades or centuries later, you're dealing with this beast again, but you may not know what you're looking at. So if this being Drake has already manifested, come up out of the waters of the Great Lake, you say, oh, Toronto is just the 6. That makes sense to me because that was the great water that they said this beast will rise up out of. You got other beasts that they were speaking about. You got Leviathan and the rest of these beings that were supposed to be spoken about. Behemo, all right? Well, then you need to factor in that not only did Drake come with the name Drake and the name Aubrey as the ruler of elves and the dragon, he also associated himself with the OVO. OVO, October's very own. Then ask yourself, who is October's very own? What have I taught? October's very own is none other than Aleister Crowley, okay, who was born in October, who came with the teachings of the OVO before Drake came and made it seem like it was just some random music group or label, all right? No, OVO was the shape, the form that was supposed to represent the graves. Are you with me? It was a symbol of the graves. Because when they saw him, they saw these two big black eyes like these shades, and they saw this small mouth. And they said, whoever these graves are, these guys are, they're giving us all this technology. They're giving us all these sciences, all right? They're doing like Quran chapter 2, verse 102. They're teaching us things that we probably wouldn't even think we were supposed to know. All right, then what are you saying? That these were fallen angels, these graves. Stay with me. Now, what you call angels are extraterrestrials. Beings who were not in your earth plane that came down to the terrestrial plane. Okay, then they were what you refer to as angels. So those graves or those Molekians or rulers were also elves or fallen angels. Is it making sense to you? Because the word Molech is a name for one of the gods who was depicted with wings as an owl. And the word Molech means ruler. Okay, so when you said an owl or ruler, Molech, you were also speaking about the graves. Because if you look at the image of an owl and look at the image of a grave, you were looking at the same exact image, which is why Aleister Crowley is factored in there, because he was in contact with one of those beings that was referring to themselves as Lem, L-A-M, Lem. All right, so when you listen to my song Dragon, what do you hear? I'm saying, I'm ready to fight a wimp. I'm trying to crack all type of lambs. You think I'm saying limbs? But I'm referring to all of these Luciferians that you call graves, lambs. Are you with me? Who are not the true lambs, L-A-M-Bs, but the lambs, the one who follow after Lamb, who is that fallen angel or the Luciferian master. Okay? So this was somebody that Aleister Crowley said taught him all of these dark sciences and the occult wisdom and things that human beings were never supposed to even know about or be exposed to. According to what Aleister Crowley said, and he started to call himself the wickedest man or whoever lived. What else he called himself? He called himself the beast. Go look it up. He said he is the beast. Now go look at Aleister Crowley, then go look at Drake, and you can't unsee it. You can't. Go look at Aleister Crowley, then go look at Drake. They're one and the same. They're the same type of being. Are you with me? So he holds OVO on his back as October's very own. Calls himself Drake. Speaks about poisoning, is constantly making mention of the fact that he has mob ties, right? Which also explains to you why that war that was taking place in Israel popped off around the same time he dropped his album. Because the ones who were at war with Israel were referred to as the mob ties, the Moabites. You with me? You see what I did there? All you gotta do is play with the letters. Mob ties, Moab, Ites. And what was Moab saying? It was saying you're of the Father. And then you have to decide which father were you of, because the Moabites received the curse. But why? Because they went astray. They went away from the laws of the Most High. And they became enemies of the Israelites. Are you with me? So what are you saying? Israel. Israel, as some people have broken down. Yes, the answer is yes. Ra is El, and you never were supposed to forget it. That was the source that Pharaoh Akhenaten told you to remember. Ra was El. Okay. Isra meant to struggle. Also, Isra, struggle. So if you struggle with El, then you're like Yakub or Jacob, because Jacob wrestled with God, or Jacob wrestled with man, or Jacob wrestled with an angel. They call them different things in different translations. But Jacob received the name Israel because he struggled with El. He wrestled with one of the gods. Whoever one of these gods were, whether it was a fallen one or one of the higher ones, he still was able to fight with an extraterrestrial being. Okay, so when you saw about that war, Israel versus who? Hamas. Okay, I told people, flip the letters around in Hamas and you will get the word Shema. And the word Shema means literally high place. And where did we say in Ephesians 6:12 the war was taking place? Literally in high places. So we say we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Here's the mystery there. We're not saying you're not wrestling against what you call physical beings. We're saying you're not wrestling with human beings alone. All right? What you say flesh and blood is for human beings, there are different beings here with different genetic makeups and other types of compositions, bodily compositions that are not the human body composition. They have flesh, they have blood, but it's not the human flesh or the layers of the skin, the epidermis and the dermis, the subdermis, or the hemoglobin. Y'all have a different makeup. But these beings are also in the earth plane, able to wrestle with you human beings. That's what they mean. You wrestle not, or you struggle. That's the word, Isra. Not against flesh and blood, but with elves or elite beings who are here warring with you in your face. And you may not understand how. That's when you get into the spirit science or the magic science or the real magic or the occult science of one of the ways or some of the ways that they use it with the music and all of that. Pan's greatest weapon, music. But Pan is not a human being. Now, he can act and form and take form of human beings, if you get what I'm saying, because they can all, like Quincy Jones and the rest of them, do the works of Pan. Are you with me? You have another one doing the work of Pan right now, who is Drake. Okay? So Israel struggle with extraterrestrials versus Hama is literally saying we are wrestling in a high place. Ephesians 6:12 happened right in front of you. And at that same time, Michael and Drake were competing for a spot up there where you say billboards go up there. The number one hits. They say hits. What you do in war? You hit. There was a war taking place. After Michael album had already dropped, there's a war taking place. So Michael versus the Dragon. Michael versus Drake. Remember, the Dragon does not prevail. After he released that for all the dogs, remember it happened, I think he released it on the 6th, okay? And they wind up having that explosion in Israel on the 7th. You go back to Yom Kippur, okay, and you'll find the same exact occurrence, all right? Where October 6th, there was a war that took place. The same type of war. Are you with me? But why is Yom Kippur significant? Yom Kippur is significant because that is associated with Azazel, who Azazel is the goat. Are you with me? And that goat, Azazel, is Uncle Sam and the rest of these beings. So it's different names that you got to remember, different things you got to remember to know how you can pinpoint who is what and who's with who. Because you got the scorpions and the serpents. And remember Luke 10:19 that you were supposed to tread over. All right, remember YSL took a hit last year. They took a major hit. All of the serpents and the snakes, we come on here and do a whole build on that. But remember, everybody was running around proud to be snakes. Now they're nervous to be a snake. They don't even want to be associated with the fall. Now everybody trying to do their own thing. You got Gunner talking about he God's son. Everybody want to be E5 now. Yeah, that's the safest route to go because the snakes have fallen. That's the prophecy that I gave. The snakes will have to fall. Okay, Drake, the rest of these people associated, scorpions, goats, Baphomet, all goats have to fall. It is prophecy. They're going to fall. So that's what they're nervous about right now. Are you with me? So if you're paying attention, they have an issue with me doing what I'm doing, but they have to look at the fact that I'm not of the ones who didn't have the sciences in my hand. So when I came out and said I'm making war with Baphomet or that beast, I came out and said I'm hexing them. That's very important. Why is it important? Because remember, it was taught that the Muslims were the ones who walked around with the 5-pointed star. They didn't know any better. They didn't know that they were literally walking around with the pentagram. Are you with me? And it was Malachi York who introduced the science of the hexagram. And he said, this is how you trap the devil, with hexagrams. So I said, I'm hexing the industry. They won't be able to do anything about it. Okay? That's how they knew this one must be different, because he's not just trying to diss nobody to come up off no name. No, he's literally saying he's bringing that same war that we were all taught. All these artists, these magicians, they all know magic. They all know about it. They've been exposed to it, or they want to be adepts, or they've been initiated or inducted into certain orders. All right? The rest of these people, Offset, Cardi, all the people have been exposed to certain types of magic. So when they hear somebody coming out as one person by himself, what do they know that person is there to do? He's there to fulfill the story of David versus Goliath. So why do you think there was a person called D1 who rose up? D1's name is David. Are you with me? And they pose him as saying he's going against the industry, but from a Christian standpoint. So then that war takes place on that front where you see David going against Goliath, and everybody don't even know David, Phase One, has been going against Goliath. They won't respond to Phase One, but they'll respond to D1. Do you get the game yet? They're trying to play their way up out of it, but it's going to backfire on them. Like I told people earlier, it will backfire because there's going to open up the gates for a whole new group of being to come through. That's why I'm telling all of you conscious artists, you better find out the science of how to make music that the ones who are not even conscious gravitate toward without compromising your message. You better figure it out. I gave you the formula. You better go listen to the music and listen to it again and listen to it again, because people that's from the hoods, the streets, all the people listen to the music. And they vibe with it like it's the regular stuff they hear. And they prefer it over the regular stuff they were hearing. Why? It's a science. You better know how to mix things in. You better become a true alchemist and learn how to be a chemist of L. Are you with me? So that war is taking place on all fronts. So now, what's happening with Drake? He said, well, I got to take a hiatus. He said, something's going on with my belly. Pay attention. He said, something's happening in his belly. He has to take time, a year, to go and what? Rest and try to take care of his health, because something is happening in his stomach, in his belly. And I'm telling you, don't ever forget that I was the one who broke down to you what Bel Air was and who the Prince of Bel Air is. The Prince of Bel Air is none other than Shaitan. Who did they say the Prince of this world was? Shaitan. Who did they say the God of this world was? Shaitan. Okay, what did I explain to you the belly was? Hell, the bowels. Are you with me? Remember, the dragon was cast out into the bowels. And also remember that the dragon has to be casted into the pit. It's prophecy. So he don't know why he having problems with his stomach, but it's already written. As within, so without. Prepare to be cast into the pit. It's written for you. And for all the ones who don't understand what I'm saying, just watch and see. So now you got Michael versus the dragon. They have to war with each other for that one spot. But the dragon does not prevail. It may appear that he prevailed, but there's going to be a mystery that takes place with that. Pay attention to that and watch that. You'll see what I'm saying. Because Michael was the one who was sent and said, heal the world. And remember, in order to heal the world, you have to bring the green light. You got to bring the green light to the world, not the red light. You have to bring the true light to the world, not the red light. Are you with me? So in the Dragon song, go listen to it. You'll find a music video on YouTube. I say, I'm really Michael them. So where we from, we say Michael them. We talking about, it ain't just Michael. There are a lot of motherfuckers that came with Michael. I'm referring to Revelation chapter 12, verse 7, where they spoke about Michael and his angels. So it ain't just Michael alone. There are a lot of Michaels. It ain't just one of us. There are a lot of us. So you think you may have won. All right? You thought you got one. You congratulate yourself. You celebrated. It's not over. You don't prevail. You understand? The dragon prevailed. Now, what you got for me, y'all? I don't make sure I'm taking up too much time.
No. Hey, Michael and his angels. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Michael got angels. That's what they fail to realize. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we got about an hour. We still got a little. Well, we got a little while. But you've been going in. Now this dude Drake, and like I say, that scene on Dakota joint. Now, man, now that you started talking about it, now I'm about to go back and check that video out. Y'all go check that. It's a video that he just put out. That it's a ritual, man. That I'm seeing on Dakota House, It's satanic. It's definitely satanic. We already know about this dude. Now, now also Michael got more songs that you hadn't heard yet. He got a whole vault full of shit.
Yeah.
And so they released that shit. Drake gonna be blowed out. Well, if they release 10 songs and put an album out right now, Michael shit that he's got in the vault, that CD would go. I'll blow Drake out. He wouldn't even survive in 1 week. I'm telling you. So I see the alchemy in what you're saying. So where do we go from here? Because I don't even like this nigga no more. Yeah. I don't even like this nigga no more. After that picture that he put out. Go ahead though.
What was the picture?
He says, interesting that I say that. What'd you say? No, that picture where he humiliated himself worldwide. As you know, he went out like a sucker, man. I can't talk about it. Like it's like, it's disgusting. Put it like that. You ain't seen that picture that he put out where he had a European's phalluses in his mouth and he got white shit all over his face.
Yeah, I think that I seen one of them videos where they were talking about that. I think that was Cap though. Yeah, I don't think that was Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like just to be fair, I don't think that was Drake. I didn't think it was him. It looked like him, but I don't think that was Drake. Yeah. But I can see how people could immediately go for it. But that's important to make sure that no, I don't think it was him. But how do we go from here? We go to war.
He didn't deny it.
Huh?
The nigga didn't come out and deny the shit. He said,
yeah, but
oops,
this shit lagging. I think it's lagging. I think they got us lagging right now.
Man, just go ahead. Just keep going in. Just keep going in. We got more time. We're gonna take questions in a minute. Just keep going in.
Yeah, but so the thing is, I wouldn't be surprised that he didn't come out and deny it though, because nigga don't have time to address every motherfucking thing that people saying. I know they don't. Because I'm already starting to get into that light with motherfuckers be saying shit. It's like, I don't have time to address all this shit. So I get he wouldn't come out and address it. But the thing is, where do we go from here? We go to war. It's not over. As you've been paying attention, when you start coming out and speaking, like Joe Budden was just speaking in terms of D1 situation. He was like, don't speak on certain people because they'll shoot your Christian ass, da-da-da-da, whoop-de-whoop. He was talking about, bro, okay, the thing is here, you have to read between the lines of what he's saying. Because when you start speaking against certain people, they do start doing little shit like putting money on you. And it's nothing to them to do that. It's nothing to them to get you knocked off. And look, mob ties go real deep. It ain't just the people that's around you. It ain't just the niggas that you rolling with. Mob ties is the judge. Mob ties is the prosecutor. Mob ties is the motherfucker who put the handcuffs on you. It goes very deep. So niggas can get away with murder, literally. You understand? So everybody if you ever decide that you're going to really get on the war shit, you got to move like a soldier from that point on. You cannot think it's sweet. You really got to move like a soldier. So if anybody going to come out here and try to gimmick what's going on right now, let me tell you something. Even with me explaining that it's way deeper than Drake, the nigga still got an issue. He has an issue with me. And even with me explaining it was deeper than all these other people, 19 kids, they still got an issue. Are you with me? So then we got to move like soldiers. Literally, you have to be prepared for anything that comes at any given time when you speak in this way. Why? Is it because what you're saying is fake? No. Is it because what you're saying don't have any gravity with it? No. It's because what you're saying is true and it has the most gravity than anything that's out here right now. So if it hits these ears, people going to start being able to see how you see. And not only see how you see, read how you read, and write how you write. The dragon was never supposed to win. I remember Malachi saying, he ain't going to win, y'all. He ain't going to win. It's going to look like he going to win. But he's not going to win. Why are they taking breaks? Why are they losing power? Why they got to join forces to drop an album now? They are running out of energy. All we need you to do, for all the people who've been watching and seeing what we're doing, go get your green light, put it in your home. Load up. It's that time now. If you say you've been ready for this day and time, look, we're right here in it. Go get your green light and start preparing. Because it don't stop at the green. And it's a lot of stuff that's going to come with it. You got to keep up with us. There's a lot of stuff that's going to come with it. But expect more of these artists to fall. Expect more of these greats to collapse. These stars will collapse and fall to the ground. It's already written. And there are a lot of things that will be happening in the meantime, between time. Okay? I tell people, stop listening to Drake. Stop streaming them. Don't give them any more power. All right? For all of you who are Christians, this is the message for you. God is calling you home. Stop idolizing these people. Cast down your idols. It's already written that you have to do that. Cast down your idols. Help us out. All right? Because the more energy you giving them, the more they have something to hold on to. You take your energy. Listen to the key word, stream. The key word is stream. Energy streams through. Electricity streams through. All right? Listen to the energy. They say it's the mainstream where everybody goes to collect their energy. All right? We're telling you, stop supporting these devils. Take back your power. Take back your energy and say enough for Drake. And not just for Drake. We got a list of them coming. Are you with me? But look at the names. Once you find out Drake means dragon, and you see that this person is willing to continue to throw up the sixes and say he's the sixth God and speak of the views from the six and how he's connected with the six and how he knows that it's blasphemy and he speaks about the sixth God worshiping behind closed doors. Once you figure out that this person has already told you who they're with and what they stand for, and you look at their works and say, there's no way, I don't care if you say that this person is a Jew or not, there is no way that this person truly believes and walks in the order of the Most High God and continues to push out what they push out. That's why it's so simple for those of you who walk the Christian walk to walk away from these devils. Now, I'm not telling you to go from them to gospel, even though one would be preferred. I'm telling you, even the gospel singers in the music industry is devil worshipers. Even they devil worship. Even they being called out by people right now say, you still promoting and pushing shaitan on the people. Are you with me? So you find out who the beast is. You find out who OVO is. Most people did not know that October's very own was referring to Aleister Crowley. I put you on. Most people would never have made the connection between Lamb and OVO. I put you on. So now you have that owl there. You know who that is. Walk away from them. Because that same owl is what you'll find on the Bohemian Grove. That statue at the Bohemian Grove. Are you with me? That's their God. So if they got their God, where's yours? You see all these depictions. I see Baphomet. Okay, there goes the goat. We said we were going to show up and separate the sheep from the goats. I see all the goats. I see everybody walking with the goats. I see everybody saying they want to be goated, that they're the goats. Goat this, goat that, and the third. Goat the seventh. Everybody's the goat. Okay, well, then we know where they at. Everybody wanted to be snakes. We slime this, snake this. I slither, lizards. Everybody wanted to be reptilian for a long period of time. We saw where it was at. All right? We got the scorpions. Everybody, listen, nobody wants to be gods. Nobody wants to be in the order of the Most High. We're the ones who going to truly stick to what they said they were supposed to stick to, which was that order. Notice, everybody wants to be the most treacherous beings. You had Tech, the nigga, Tech and the rest of them niggas with the spider movement. They want to be spider this. Y'all took my spider. We got spiders. They bite you in poison. The snakes bite you in poison. The scorpions poison. Everybody want to be the beings who poison people. And you don't get it that we're watching you. And we see everything you're doing. It's like these are the symbols. These are the mascots that we literally can look at you and tell who you're rocking with. You cannot tell me that if you're gravitating toward a goat, you're where you're supposed to be. You're aligned. You can't. When the whole goat emblem is speaking to a goat brain or animalistic primitive brain that's taken over the body and you've been connected to and invested in a dark world from that point on. Oh, you got to come home. We didn't say that we will separate the sheep from the goats and the goats was our family, or the goats fed us when we was hungry, or the goats wanted to bring us in when we had nowhere to live or had nowhere to lay our head. The goats didn't look after us. Remember, he said they didn't look after him. They didn't look after Christ. And they said, yo, we didn't know who you were. We never saw you. He said, anything that you did to my brothers and my sisters, you did to me. Are you with me? What is that saying? That there's a certain type of loyalty with that union of any of the messengers who came before us. Any of the people who stood up against the beast. Yeah, Jossie, that's my nigga because he stood up to the beast. So it's very personal. You will not get a chance to do me how you did Jossie. You won't get a chance to. There are thousands of beings who stand with me. You know what you're doing or dealing with when you hear my voice. There are thousands of legions. You know, a legion is like 1,000 motherfucker. There are thousands of legions who ready and walking with me. And they have the ability to step in and out of rounds. You will send your shooter. I told you got to send your whole troop. Because you sent one of the shooters, they wasn't even able to squeeze. They wasn't even able to. Time paused. It's going to take more. But then you have to pay attention to the fact that, again, I'm not alone. So then what is it all about? It's all about the war that's been taking place. We got to bring people home. We have to clean up these environments. And you see all these people shifting. You see Dirk going Muslim. You see all these people, Rollo got out, but he's on some Muslim. He took his Shahada. Everybody's turning back to the Most High, like I said. We come in the name of the source. You can't beef with me. Whole nother frequency. This is different. Are you with me? So for all the people that's hearing my voice, turn away from their industry. Turn away from Drake. Cast him out. Tune him out. Turn away from Future. Turn away from all of these devils. If they can't stand forth and say, we're in the name of the source, we're going to walk in the order of their life. All right? We're going to surrender to the will of the divine. If they ain't going to stand forth and say God is the way and change their ways, shut them down. The end. That's over with. Hollywood's story ends. That's it. Look around you. Their industry ain't what it used to be. Nobody respects the beast anymore. You might still be following them, but nobody respects that beast anymore.
Yeah, they laughing at Young Jeezy. They saying that he still talking about selling dope in his mama's ain't his house and shit. They say these boys ain't got nothing new. They ain't telling you nothing. It's just the same repetitive over and over again. Demonic energy over and over again.
It's over.
Yeah.
Offset was like, he said, yo, all the music that ain't got no content in it, ain't nobody even listening to that shit no more. Nobody wants to listen to it anymore. The world isn't going to miss Drake. You can take 1,000 hiatuses. Do us a favor. No one's going to miss. When they finally start realizing the green light is out here and above, nobody's going to miss that shit. When you start really figuring out what this means, you're going to be like, yo, these people wasted our time. They wasted our time. And what Michael said, remember the time. Don't forget the time. Are you with me? Now, we could take this a whole other place, but I'm just saying the point is, Drake, the dragon, is falling, okay? He will not prevail. Learn how to read your realm so when these beings pop up, you will be able to tackle each and every point and say, this is this one. I know this one. We come on here and break down Beyonce. We come on here and break down Lil Baby. We come on here and break down any of these beings who have a position at all at any given time. Don't ever forget, all right, that stars are born. Stars don't come into your realm for no reason. All right? They have a purpose from the moment that they're born, and they're supposed to fulfill that purpose. Don't think that every star, when you say star celestial, that you're speaking about a God that's supposed to help the planet. Okay? Some of these stars and these guys are literally Baal's fleet. They work right with Baal. So if they come with the goat, believe them. Too late. We already saw you. If you come with a snake, believe them. We already saw you. Now you have a decision to make. That's why we say we can use devils. Devils can be utilized, but we have to look at your works. Question comes, what makes you a devil? What you do. All right? So if you're going to brag on murder, listen to the song, what was it, Daylight? The song Daylight? Where he had his son on there? Where he was speaking about killing somebody in broad daylight. What we say, you are of your father the devil. What was his son name? Adonis, which also means the same thing Molech means, a lord or a ruler. Go look it up. You with me? You are of your father the devil. The lust of your father you will do. He's been a murderer from the beginning and got his son on there rapping with him about murder. You feel what I'm saying? It's all games. Pay attention to how people appear in your reality and start breaking it down. Stop worshiping these devils. Let them go. That's the gist of it. Unless we got questions. That's the gist. The dragon is not.
Yeah. I figured this one right here. It wasn't gonna take that long to get the point across.
Yep.
We pretty much got it across. Then also October, that's when they have the the Halloween and all that. It's connected. You know what I'm saying? That's the satanic month where they do all the rituals and moon shit. So it's like. And then, like I say, the God Molech, you said that too about the Baphomet. I mean, not the Baphomet, the Bilderbergs. They worship the God Molech.
Oh yeah,
and they sacrifice kids too. Yeah, they sacrifice children and rituals and shit to that. And these 200, they call them the group of 300, right? These 300 Bilderbergs. It's a group of 300 of the Council of 300, right? And it ties in with them 300 the Gigis, 200 fallen angels, all that ties in with that pyramid shit that they do, you know, with the rock and all that. Yep. So, hey, Jay-Z, we're gonna probably do it one on Jay-Z, but yeah, he was with the Aleister Crowley shit with the, you know, what you got on that, man? Like, do I thou weird and all that,
yeah. That's the Thelemites. Where you get into the Thelema, which Thelema was literally to say will, your willpower, your Mashiach. All right, but Aleister Crowley was exposing people. He was exposing people to a certain type of light, and the light that he was exposing them to was reiterating Psalms 82 verse 6, saying that you were all of your gods. So remember, Jay-Z came up under the order of Melchizedek first. He was over there with the Ansars, with Jazzo and them, the originators. Okay, once he started to put his hands on the Thelemite craft, they expose you to, oh, you're in control, you're God. You know what I mean? You don't have to worship anybody. You make yourself that God. There's nothing wrong with understanding that you are a God. That's why they put it there, all of your gods. However, when you lose sight of that second part that says all of you are children of the Most High, you lose respect for what came before you. You lose respect for who and what it is, even if it eludes you, that allows for you to exist in this plane. So the Thelemites started to use their own willpower. All right, nothing is wrong with that. It's just that they started to sway further and further away from the true light and went into the darkness. And if you have a teacher whose whole upbringing from Lamb and the rest of these demons was teaching them about what was it, sodomy and molestation and all kinds of things they were being taught, and the type of power that you can extract from doing it and all that, it perverts the whole light. Because the teacher that's bringing it to you is perverted. Now, there is power that you can get from doing demonic shit. Okay? It turns somebody dark. So then that's why people are saying, well, that's why you see Jay-Z at the spirit cooking events and all that other stuff, because they got to him. Now, Jay-Z, again, was exposed to the true light first. The true light first. So he will have an edge on any Thelemite inductee or any of these people who walk through the Wiccan order or whatever. He'll have an edge on it because he was exposed to the true light. But what did he choose? You see what he chose. Because when he had the choice to come out and defend and speak light on Malachi's name, he refused. But he forgets that it was Malachi and his people that put him in position to so-called win. Are you with me? So what do I think about Jay-Z with the Thelemites? He's a part of not just that order. You got all these other orders that these people are walking in. But that particular order is about teaching people their own willpower, how they're God. They don't have to worship anybody. You know, they can do whatever they want to do, and that shall be the whole of the law. That's the main maxim for Thelemites.
Yeah, on this movie called House Party 4, I think. They got that one dude where they go to the Illuminati party at the end, right? And then they end up fighting like barbarians, right, to the death, like and then what's that dude named Kid Capri? What's his name?
Kid Cudi.
Yeah, Kid Cudi. And they end up and when, but the part I'm trying to point out is when the dude sneezed, he said "Achoo," right? And he said, "God bless you." They said, looked at him like, "Oh shit, he an intruder," because we believe you said that, we gods, but we wouldn't say that. We wouldn't say God bless you. We are God. So they got offended by that. That's how they knew he was an intruder. So that you write about how they think in those orders about we gods and all this. Yeah, I see. Exactly. Yeah. So hey, anybody got any questions for Faise before we cut out? You got any questions? Hey, hit them up on the cash app. We got it on the screen. Hey, y'all, you want to get those books? Like I said, you got those 10 books too. Don't forget about that. Let me see. It says, have no Satan inside of you. You are absolutely no need for God. It says, like, no. Okay. Michael Jackson shades. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch this Drake video after we get out to see what the hell. Because
what's the video you were talking about?
It's called it's the newest song he just dropped, and it's right on there. I said, damn, this shit is crazy. As you talking, it's called hold on, let me share my screen real quick. Let me see. That shit is crazy. Boom. All right, this is the one right here. I might can't play it, but I'm gonna just show you which one it is. This okay, come on, internet, right here. Yeah, it's the one he just put out, like brand new. Like I mean, it may be like 10 days, 8 days ago, I think. And he on there doing all man shit. Like he on there doing all the rituals, bro. I'm talking about for the Dakota House, Times Square.
Was it you who I was talking to? Where remember my Dragon music video? I started off by saying I don't give a fuck. I said it could be Spider-Man, right? And in the music video, Drake would dress up as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Was it you I was talking to?
Yeah.
We figured it out.
Oh no, I don't think so. But I did see a video with in that same video, he dressed up like Spider-Man in that video.
Exactly. He wound up dropping the video when he was dressed up like he wound up dropping the video.
In that video, the video he just dressed like Spider-Man.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's the same video, right?
Nah, I said in my music video, right?
Yeah, it's the same video. That's the same video.
Yeah, it's lagging, bro. It ain't no shit.
I think it's J. Cole the shooter. Huh?
I'll say it's lagging.
Shit lagging. Oh, I can't remember. Was it? Okay. Yeah, I think it's this one with J. Cole, first person shooter.
Yep.
Man, that shit crazy, Faise.
Ain't it?
It might be a shot. Yeah. You see that shit? Then with that shit they have it at the gas station, you know?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. I see. We see. You know, we see you, Drake. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said the shit could be Spider-Man.
They didn't get this shot off though.
Like Spider-Man in the music video.
Yeah. Hold on. So did you see that? Did you see that video? You dropped that shit before that video came out.
I dropped my music video. Yeah, I dropped my music video before he came out with the Spider-Man first-person shooter dressing up in his video.
Oh,
and I said in my video, somebody said, bro, this Drake though. They're like, you don't. I said, nigga, I don't give a fuck if it's Drake. I said, nigga, the shit could be Spider-Man. I said, you did. Exactly, and he came out with a video dressed up like Spider-Man.
I swear to God, Faise. I swear to God, that's in the video.
I swear too. We swear together.
Man, you got my jaw dropped right now.
Let me look and see real quick what the date is. I know I can look. I don't know if you can still see my screen, but I'm gonna look and see real quick what the date is.
Oh shit, son, that's crazy.
On the video. I'm gonna look real quick.
He dropped it after you dropped yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine was. I'm gonna see when mine was.
Recordings just.
Man, I can't. It's doing it to my tape screen.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
I don't know if I can screen. I don't even know how to screen share. But anyway, the thing was, mine came out on his birthday, October 24th.
Yeah.
That's when I dropped Dragon on his birthday.
Yeah.
He dropped his
just recently.
Yeah, recently. Let me see what did they say? Can you see it?
It might be two. It might be a week or two. It's called. I'm gonna play. I think it's this one right here. Is it first person?
First person shooter, yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, right. 2 weeks ago. He dressed like Spider-Man in that video. Oh shit, son. And then this week, oh shit, son. This shit.
Hey man, you can't make this shit up. But look
right here. Look, Faise. Hold
on.
Let me show him. Hold on. I'm gonna stop. Take this background off.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, this shit fucking crazy, my nigga. Hold on. Stop that background. Look at this, man. Hey, we can't make this up, bro. Hold up. Watch this right here. This nigga dressed like Spider-Man in his fucking video, bro. Right here at the end. Look, I think he look here, right? Hold up. Oh shit, son. Cause he playing. Look, he got the Michael Jackson glove on and shit.
Yeah.
Right there on Town Square.
Yeah.
In Town Square, they erected a statue to him. But I want to show that right here, the part where he dressed like Spider-Man. Damn, Faze. God damn.
Hey, I keep trying to tell y'all. This shit is a game.
I figured it, Faze.
But look, how I screen share? What I supposed to do?
You ain't gonna be able to screen share on your side on this unless we was on Zoom, I think.
Okay.
I had to share my screen, but let me do this. Let me share my screen and I can do it, Faze. Hold on, let me do it.
Beginning of the just go to the beginning of the Drake Dragon music video.
Because it ain't gonna play the sound, but at least we can just see we can see that he had that damn Spider-Man suit on. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. Well, then you gotta play it on your phone. Then. Now I'm saying play my Dragon music video intro on your phone. Whatever you were just holding.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna play the sound. It ain't gonna play it'll play the video, but it ain't gonna play the sound to it. Can you hear the sound to this?
I'm saying play it on your phone. That phone you got in your hand. Play it on your phone.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Thank you.
Play the Dragon music video. Phase One Dragon. Play the intro.
I got you. Then I'm gonna show this part. Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, let me do it. Okay, there you go, right there.
See what happened. Then nobody want to act like they know what's going on all of a sudden just because it was Drake. We talking about Drake though. Out of everybody, we talking about Drake. I don't give a fuck, nigga. It could be Drake. It could be Jay-Z. Nigga, this shit could be Spider-Man. What I'm gonna do is Drake run up on you though. What I'm gonna do is Drake run up on me. Did Drake run up on me?
All right, so you heard that part? You heard that?
Yeah.
All right, so now, now watch this. Oh shit, Faze. This shit make my flesh crawl, Faze. This shit is creepy. This shit is creepy.
Spider-Man.
This shit is creepy, my nigga. They call it the video first person shooter. Look, it's him right here, just like Spider-Man right there.
Yeah.
Look, watch him take this off. He's gonna take it off. You're gonna see his Drake, right? Watch this. He just like Spider-Man. Oh shit! What the fuck? This shit is creepy, my nigga. This shit is fucking creepy. Look at this. Look at he took the Spider-Man off. Right. Look, he's gonna take it off. Look at it. Oh shit, bro. This shit is creepy, man. Oh,
it's a game. It's a game. You gotta play it.
Yeah, son. Y'all here? Like, let me play it again. Let me just pause that and let me play this again. Now, keep in mind, this nigga just put this shit out. Like, how long ago, Faze? Like 2 weeks ago.
I put mine out
2 weeks ago.
I put mine out on October 24th, his birthday.
Check this out.
Everybody seen what happened. Then nobody want to act like they know what's going on all of a sudden just because it was Drake. We talking about Drake though. Out of everybody, we talking about Drake. I don't give a fuck, nigga. It could be Drake. It could be Jay-Z. Nigga, this shit could be Spider-Man. Like I'm doing Drake. The shit was just fucked up. Everybody seen what happened. Then nobody want to.
Oh shit, Faze. You can drop the mic off this shit.
We talking about Drake though. Out of everybody, we talking about Drake. I don't give a fuck, nigga. It could be Drake. It could be Jay-Z. Nigga, this shit could be Spider-Man.
Oh shit, son. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's why I be telling you, it ain't some shit. It's like it's a game, you know what I'm saying? And I just told you, like when we're dealing with the spiders is one of the ways that you can identify who the poisoners are, right? And they showed up as spiders, snakes, scorpions, right? So they call it coincidence. I don't call it coincidence. I just call it, for one, all them niggas is watching. For one, let's just be clear.
Yeah.
Okay, they gotta know who I am. You be out your mind to think that they don't know who I am. They gotta know. You understand? But it's just interesting how certain things work because it just so happened that they put on the shade room, oh, Drake versus Michael, as I was teaching about Drake versus Michael.
Wow.
And I was the one who literally said, nah, nigga, the name Drake means dragon. It means Drake. It's the same being. And they go up against Michael. And in the dragon song, I say, what? I'm really Michael them. I'm really Michael them. I'm godly. And they would not let me drop the Drake song on Spotify. They said, you can't name it Drake. They said, that's going to get too many views. Every time they type in Drake name, it's going to come up. I said, that's the fucking point.
Right?
What are you talking about? They said, but you can't do that. But they didn't say I couldn't do it with the Sexy Red song. They didn't say I couldn't do it with the Lucci song. They only said it with Drake. Now, I post shit on Instagram, the shit gonna go up. It's just what it is. Right. But when I post Drake shit on Instagram, the shit gets shadow banned.
Yeah.
And my version of shadow ban is still like maybe 24,000. But it's still like shit gets shadow banned. And I'm like, yo, they intentionally stop anything with Drake name on it from permeating across the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the war. That's the war.
Hey, that is clear. Phrase. That shit is clear as day, my nigga. That nigga know you. And then first person shooter. Listen to that. And the shit that happened at the, you remember the shit that happened at the joint.
At the gas station.
Oh shit.
Right there got a ski mask on. What I told you the nigga was wearing.
A ski mask.
Okay. A mask, yeah. What Spider-Man wear?
A mask.
But you remember you told me he took it off.
Yeah.
In the video, they take it off.
Yeah, he take the mask off to show you that it's him.
It's all a game. I'm telling you the
all alchematic against what you said. It's right.
It's all a game. And I keep telling people the dragon ain't happy about it.
You only nigga out here dissing them though.
I'm not dissing.
That's how he taking it, I think.
And he does. He's supposed to take it that way. Yeah. If you listen to what I'm saying, this ain't diss work. Yeah. Diss work is I'm trying to get into some rap beef with you.
Yeah.
What's happening here is, family, this has been going on for hundreds of thousands of years.
Since Revelation chapter 12, verse 7.
You understand?
Yeah.
Notice they take it, they take it to certain people. They don't ever take it to Faise One. They don't ever respond to me. They do all the background shit, but they never respond to Faise One. They don't ever, for some reason, I'm the word that nobody can say. I'm like the name.
That was a clear response right there, my nigga.
Yeah, it's a clear response, but only if you know who I am. Only if you know who I am.
Clear today, my nigga.
Only if you know who I am, you're gonna know is it. Other than that, they're not gonna say my name. They never.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But we just made it clear though. We just everybody seeing that shit. I mean, you got to be Ray Charles not to know what just to see that's clear, man. That's clear. That was a shot at you, bro.
Yeah,
that nigga ain't never did that. Dressed up like no Spider-Man or nothing. And then
and my whole thing is, bro, I don't give a fuck if it was a shot at me or not. I'm telling people to pay attention to the symbolism. Pay attention to the fact that I said the word Spider-Man, and then he pops up with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Listen, don't get caught up in what it appears. Pay attention to what is behind the scenes or the making of that particular scene of what it appears to be. What is behind the scenes is everything I speak is in alignment with the Most High.
Yeah.
Everything I do, every song I put out, the fact that the album that's coming out is called Ninth Hour, all of that is in alignment with the divine that we don't fully comprehend. But as long as you surrender and walk in alignment with it, it will guide you. You don't have to know everything you're doing at that point. You just have to know that you set an intention to do right.
Mm-hmm.
You set an intention to war with the devil. You don't have to know all the ways that you're going to war with the devil. They're going to help you. Mm-hmm. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
My father said, be cautious of gas stations.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to catch me at the gas station 2 nights in a row. That was another situation.
Right.
Be cautious of the gas station. He said it 3 times in a row. So now I don't go to gas stations. It's just what it is. And if we ride in and y'all niggas got to gas up, you're going to have to drop me off at the nearest establishment. There will not be a third time. I don't go to gas stations. It's just like that.
Right.
It's just like that. Same reason why as soon as I figured out that it was motion on my name, I don't do shows. I don't do shows. Simple. We're going to cut as much of it out as possible so I can be here as long as I possibly can. I'm not trying to hear all that. Don't carry no guns and shots of the shit. Please be quiet.
Nah, nigga, we scrap.
You don't know what this come with. You don't know what it means to have to look over your shoulder in the mall. So you like, I can't go no motherfucking way and just be out willy-nilly.
Yeah, hell
no. So yeah, it's all a game though. We playing. We ain't worried. We playing. We playing right back. And we got ways to handle things in the background. So every physical threat that you think you can come with, we handle it on a spiritual plane.
That's right.
You understand? We got help. We got aids. I'm not worried. If it comes a time that I have to leave, I'm ready. I was ready then. The world may not be ready, but I don't have anything to do with that. But if it comes a time when it's time for me to go, I'm prepared. I already got my bags packed. Okay, just don't forget what it was about. It's not about, please don't get wrapped up in it. If everybody who's listening that has 3 ears, don't get wrapped up in what it looked like. I'm trying to show you the language of the light. The card that they had me pull for y'all was language of light. I pulled it right here in front of you. Run it back and you will see me shuffling. You will hear me shuffling. The language of the light card. They had me pull that card for y'all. That's what all of this is about. That's what the message is. You got to learn how to speak that way. We speak in parables. We speak to elements. We speak to times. We speak to ideas. We speak to numbers and codes. That's how we speak. So what are we really speaking? It's called Meduneter, the language of the divine. So I don't care how urgent it is or how much you feel like you're supposed to, right? Or how tempting it is for you to get caught up in Drake of this whole conversation. Don't miss the main message. All of you who have faith in God, the Most High, the divine, spirituality, whatever angle you're coming from, the war ain't over. And you only get one chance to do this as who you are right now. After that, no one knows. So while you're here, you should help me fight. Help me war with these beings. You know what I mean? We already got this shit corrected to certain degrees. Drill music, all this stuff has been shut down. It's so much that's happened thus far. All right? Drake ain't nothing but a pawn in person. Cancel these people out and help us fight. Go get your green lights. You can go to a Kroger somewhere, go get green lights. Put green lights in your home. It's still a movement. All right? You shouldn't let it fade away because it becomes a part of you. You'll realize it doesn't fade away. It becomes your foundation. And you're going to need that foundation in order to step foot in or on the new heaven and the new earth. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you can get my books. I got 10 books. Go Play for Change Cash App. All right, you see it right there, Play for Change. Send a donation to that Cash App. Send your email. Of those books, it's a book called How to Love Again, where I explain it further. Are you with me? Actually, it's been explained throughout a lot of the books. If beyond that, you can go to my Instagram and follow me, Faise One, FAISEONE, 2 underscores. And I speak of a diagram, okay? I have to figure out when I'm going to post it again, but I got to pull that diagram back out because that diagram showed people the lineup of each of the points we were going to go through. And there was an emoji that I placed in each of those points to show people what each of those points was going to represent. You go and read the How to Love Again book, and you'll find out that I spoke into existence the threads when I was explaining to people the science of the threads. And then Meta or Facebook came out with the threads app to sync up with. All of this lines up is all I'm saying. All of it is supposed to line up. It has to line up. So you might think, damn, that's crazy, Faise. How did this happen? Yes, you can print them. I don't print my books. I see you. I just pulled up the comments. I don't print my books, but if you want to take and print them, you can do that. I also tell people if you want to take them and sell them, you can do that. Give them to people, you can do that. Listen, I'm not even tripping. I keep telling you, I don't have the time you think I got here. I'm putting out so much stuff just to put out the stuff so it can be in place, and we're going to do what we can do, all right? And I'm asking you to fight with me. Listen, we can only be here for so long. I don't even feel like I got enough time to tell you what I'm about to tell you for you to really understand the gravity of what I'm saying. We can only be here for so long before the dragon has to find us and hawk in and try to attack and get rid of us. We're in hell.
We've been trying. Damn,
the movie Inception, remember the movie Inception, where they start figuring out that the person is awake in the dream, all of the projections of the person's subconscious start to attack that person?
Yeah.
All right, we can only be here for so long. Only way that we shift that around is if y'all get what I'm saying. Even if you don't understand it, give it a test. Test it out. Get the green light, put it in your home, observe how things are different in your life. Okay, for you choosing to be agreeable. It ain't about me. You don't even got to send me no picture. It ain't for no hashtag for me to just put up and be like, hey, y'all got people doing some shit I told them to do. Listen, the green light was exposed to my ancestors before I got here. My Omi and my father before I got here. The sons of the green light before I got here. Okay, all I'm saying is this is that crunch time. This is that hour. Are you with me? So if you're really standing with me, well then pay attention. I'm teaching you something that you're going to be able to take wherever you go. The language of the light you can take wherever you go. Then pick up that pen and you become the author or the authority figure. You author and you write things out. Author write. You author and you write things out. Jesus spoke with authority. It scared them. It made them tremble. How he spoke, say, who is this young Faise One, brother? Nigga only 25. Everybody think they got to warn me. There's no warning you can give me that the Most High hasn't already shown me. You can't warn me. All right? If you want to do something, help me. But you can't warn me. There's no warning you can give me. Say, watch what you say. You think the world with everybody who spoke out was murdered or in prison? You think I might got to watch what I'm saying? You think so? I didn't ever think that. Be careful, Faith. I live with me 24/7. I know I have to be careful. You know what I mean? You don't have to say any of that. And when you start saying something like, oh, we got to protect them, don't just say it because it's a waste of words. If you're saying you got to protect me, where's the protection? If you're saying he need an army around him, where's the army? Are you with me? And if in this day and time, there is nothing that is set in place to even look out for one of us, then you might want to rethink what you would think would be the people who would have been the protectors of us. We have to be wary of them too. The only one who can protect me right now is God.
Right.
That's the one who got the last say of when it's my time to leave. You can't do anything but help, because you'll realize through helping me, you're helping yourselves. I'm not talking about, hold on, I want to make sure we're clear. I'm not telling nobody, this ain't about no donation. This ain't no speech for no money. At least I hope you get what I'm really saying. I'm an event. Okay? If what I'm saying is making sense to you, not just this one particular live, if you're new here, if what I'm saying is making sense to you, then you need to realize why. Something is being called forth in you to do more about this condition. This is your planet, your plane, your guys, correct? You're supposed to have some type of order set here. All right. Well, then why is the order of set here? Do something about that. Here's one of the ways we can do it. We got somebody called Faise One. Okay, cool. You know he don't give a fuck. If you didn't know, I'll tell you. He don't give a fuck. I don't know what it is. I blame my mama. I blame my dad. I don't have whatever that give a fuck switch is. I just don't give a fuck. For the elders, I apologize. I hope that you just go back to when you was my age. I don't mean any disrespect. I hope you don't think that I'm some cussing flying off at the handle youth that's unruly. I respect that. I don't give a fuck. I wasn't given the switch. So this means I don't want to join forces with their industry. Do I need to put it in writing? When people say they want to be independent, they couldn't get a deal. I've been offered deals and I turned them down. I've been offered to join forces with the industry. I turned them down. Different people. I got $1 million behind you. Turned them down. I got 400,000. What you need? 300 or 400,000. I turned them down. Had every choice, every opportunity, every chance to join forces with the beast. I haven't. Okay, so what do we have? We have a person called Faise One. His name is Omari. That's his tone that at least the world knows. He don't give a fuck. He here to help. He gonna help. He gonna make sure people remember what's going on. He gonna make sure people remember that it's all on them. They have to move. You gotta activate. Are you with me? My dad told me, he said, we watching to see what you're gonna do. I said, I'm watching to see what y'all are gonna do. People will show me whether or not I should stay here. People will show me. If it ain't love here, I'll leave.
Oh, it's love here. So
people will show. People will say whether or not there's even anything else to do here. Listen, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to go in and develop that point and we can go ahead and close it. Because I had a vision recently. I have a real, I don't even want to call it a vision. They sent me to a simulation where I was outside. I was supposed to be going to this store, this corner store, to get some water for some people at the house. I was in the hood somewhere, Summer Hill, Atlanta, somewhere in that area. And it was a lot of people outside, just regular everyday shit, doing everyday shit. And out of nowhere, 4 what appeared to be missiles came up from the horizon, one by one, like how the nukes get let off in the movies. So everybody stopped and was watching it. And I was talking to this sister that was standing next to me. I was talking to her, and I said, what would you do if one of those were nukes and it went off? I said, what would you do if you saw, actually what I was literally saying to her, I said, what would you do if you saw a second sun open up in the horizon? I said, because that would be a nuke. She was saying she didn't really know what she could do. I started to point to the sewers, the manholes. I said, go to those sewers or go to those manholes, right? Then out of nowhere, you could feel the ground rumbling because they went over and they went into the distance. So obviously they touched ground or something happened. I said, you felt the ground rumbling, and then boom, I ran to one of the manholes. I lifted up the lid. It looked like a small dome sitting on top of the ground. I lifted up the lid. We jumped in it. I closed it and held it. It was a real, like this was the width of the manhole covering, right? From top to bottom. So it was real thick covering. I pulled the shit down, right? And now we were waiting. And before I pulled it down, people were running around screaming because there was something coming. And it was the blast. The blast was coming. Now, dreams work this way. When there's a eruption or something that causes you to shake or an explosion, anything like that, you're going to wake up. You understand? Something causes you to shake in your dream is going to wake you up. This is on my whole soul. I was in that dream for 10 minutes, Earth time, our time. I was in that dream for 10 minutes as this flame, fire, whatever you would call it. The best way I can describe it is if you had a sunroof on the bottom of your car and you were looking at the highway street as you were driving over it, right? The flame was passing over us. It was so loud. It's like trains, wind, tornadoes. And the sister was laying next to me, screaming her ass off. And she started to like literally, it's like she was praying, but she said, I cursed myself. And she said she was a liar. And she started just admitting all the things that she did in her life, right? And she was praying to God. And I'm holding on to the thing. It's getting hot. Like you can literally see the shit start to warm up, like glow. The pressure from whatever the fire was that was rushing over us started to cause the dome-shaped thing we were sitting in to cave in, right? So it started to cave in like sections by sections, say pop, and it'll cave in. And she started screaming in my ear. She said, it's going to be all right, ain't it? We're not going to die. We're not going to die, right? After a while, I started to just tune her out. Because in my head, I'm like, yeah, we finna die. Because the shit it never stopped. It went from red fire, orange fire, yellow fire to purple. The shit was burning purple, and it never stopped blazing over us. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And I'm sitting right here. I ain't flew nowhere. They spoke into my brain and said, protect yourself and your family from a fire whose fuel is people and stones. Right? I know the scripture that they were referring to, the surah and the ayat that they were referring to, Quran chapter 66, verse 6. I know that. Why did they speak it into my head? And after a while, just keep the long story short, after a while, the pressure was too much, and I ended up letting go and just, I wound up leaving the dream because I had the opportunity. What I wanted to do, I wanted to wait till the fire went over me so that I could come out and tell people from what I saw, what it looked like after the aftermath. I wanted to be able to tell y'all that. But that fire would not stop. And here's what I saw. The fire was intelligent, and it knew that there were 2 people left. And they had to get rid of us too. It would not stop. Now, in my mind, I don't know what the fuck kind of weapon that could be that not only explodes, but rages over the lands perpetually. Like
I know exactly what you're talking about. Elijah Muhammad spoke of it.
Then it had to be one of their weapons. See, that's what I was thinking. Because the first thing I spoke of when I got back here,
it ignites the air. It ignites the air.
Yeah, you talking about the battle of the sky. Message to the black man, Elijah Muhammad. Exactly. Yeah. I thought to myself, I said, or spoke out, I said, what kind of weapon was that? Because I know human beings ain't got shit like that. Ain't no way. Yeah. Ain't no way. Whatever it was, the shit was not going to stop raging until everybody was gone. And we were the last 2 people huddled up, at least on the surface. We were the last 2 people huddled up in that, whatever that little bunker shit was, and the shit kept collapsing. I started to feel some shit poking up in my rib from the side of it. I'm saying, this shit over with. And I just left and came here. I had to snap myself back here. So the point is, it was a lake of fire. And I'm not a religious person, y'all, so I don't know why the fuck they be showing me certain shit. that is in y'all books, but they show me what's in your books. So it's got to be some other shit going on right now. But hey, that's neither here nor there. The whole purpose of what I'm saying is, if you're gonna rock with me, rock with me. You're gonna walk with me, walk with me. When I fight and go to war with these beasts, support what I'm doing. All right. If I put out some music, send it around. You may not understand what it's about yet, but send it around, because through Phase One, being a celebrity, we have access to something different. Now, streams, that's another thing to take into consideration, where streaming music from somebody or for somebody generates revenue, funds, okay? I spoke to people maybe 3 years ago, back in 2020, 2021, and I was reminding people that that's something that we haven't thought into enough. Because if you take one song and people intentionally stream that song for 365 days and they loop it, continue to stream it, the type of funds that would be generated from those streams, all right, imagine it takes, $1 million streams for $3,000 to $4,000 for an artist. All right, every million streams like $4,000. Okay, what's my point here? That's for people that just may listen to the song every now and then from artists. What if they knew that they could loop the shit and Spotify still puts in the numbers? It ain't like it's tangible money. Remember, these are digits. If Jeff Bezos can be worth $300 billion, please don't think there's a shortage of money. What's my point here? My point here is, if everybody were to intentionally stream a song called, let's say, Reparations, and the artist was big enough to put the whole world onto that movement, anybody that wants to help redeem the people in the West, here's what you can do. We're going to stream this song for the next year. And we're going to meet with all the main leaders in all these communities and all of them. And we're going to have about whatever, some 400 million, 500 million before the end of the year is over. Okay, we're going to link with all these people and we're going to figure out how we can run these resources. We're going to build the utopia that everybody's been talking about. We're going to use the money. Stop trying to hold on to it. Stop making this lie about, I want to build generational wealth. No, you want to be wealthy right now because you know you won't experience it and you want to leave something for your children. Mm-hmm. Okay? But a whole generation ain't just you and your children. A whole generation is millions of children in one lifetime. You got to look out for them. So my point is, with everybody being able to know that we got people like the brother Minister Louis Farrakhan, the minister, who was able to do the Million Man March, and they did $10 a piece, and $10 million at least was made that day. Okay, that was one march. And I said, well, damn, we ain't had another one of them in 30 plus years. And I said, damn, you could at least did one of them a month.
Right.
Are you with me? So what's my point? If I'm already thinking this way, and I'm looking at stuff like the streaming and stuff and what we could do, that doesn't mean that right now we'll be able to do it. Just know that that's a part of the plan. Because these people get the money and they run off. These people get the richest, and the best thing they want to do is just teach you about some financial freedom while they financially free and you still trying to figure out what the fuck that is.
Right.
It don't have nothing to do with the soul, it has nothing to do with your children, it has nothing to do with your communities and these environments and none of that. We can change this shit. You may not want to see me as a leader. I get it, because Pop said that. He said that the people be having an issue with seeing another person, a man that's just a leader. They don't want to do that. They think, oh, he's just a man like me. My brain ain't like yours. For me to think the things I think and figure out the things that I figured out, my brain isn't like yours. We have something different in Phase One. I'm saying we, because I'm able to separate myself from myself and see, if I wasn't me, I would stand with that young brother. He's only 25. Look at what he's been on. He got 5 more years until he's 30.
Right.
Don't just stand there. Help him. You know what I'm saying? But they doing it with Alice in Wonderland shit. Remember, they don't just do something, stand there. That's what they doing. No, don't just stand there, do something. Help him. You know what I mean? Because he already gave his life. I already gave my life. They can't take my life from me. It's already given. You know what I mean? My life is mine to lay down and to pick up. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
They can't take it from me. All right, so then let's get excited about this shit. Phase One is y'all's. Shit, help them. I say I'm signed to the people. When I did the fundraisers and stuff like that, I said, y'all are my label.
Right.
The people, the label. Everything I've been able to do, I haven't worked a job since 2018. The people stand with me so we can do it.
Right.
All right, so if I say tomorrow, let's raise $100,000, that means 100,000 people can put in $1. You with me? The green light done cut off. I guess it's time to call it a quit.
Yeah, we had 2 hours right now, really. With that mark, really. So yeah, you can drop the mic and walk off stage because that Drake shit, yeah, at me like I'm gonna have to go look into this some more.
Yes.
You really can walk off stage after that, drop the mic. Hold on. Okay.
Hell no. I felt some type of way about that. Hell no. But we can cut it. But I'm saying like, nah, I felt some type of way about that.
Yeah. That green light got to keep going.
You know, they cut my light off.
Yeah, it's a lot of people got that green light now though, because I see on my street, it's about at least I know at least 4 people, 5 people got the green light,
right,
coming from their house. So some kind of way, like I can see it. Yeah, so it's like it's every street you turn down, you're gonna start to see more. So it's happening. Everybody that's with us, they gonna get that green light. I'm telling you, because it's a time that finna come, just like in the time of Israel. When a spirit of darkness come and it's gonna look over people that got certain type of green light. I'm telling you, it's gonna pass over you. That's the mark.
Listen, it's gonna feel like summertime for y'all. It ain't gonna feel like winter. Mark my words. Winter ain't gonna feel like winter. It's gonna feel like summer. It's already. I would tell y'all, everybody that's here, make sure don't wait for summertime to get your summer body. Start exercising now. Do your push-ups. Start doing your retention. Start doing your meditation, your intake of water. Okay, by the 1st of January, we're gonna be cutting out chicken. Moment of silence for that, because that shit hurt. But we will be cutting out too. All right, listen. Yeah, we don't do beef or pork.
No.
All right, we already cut that. So if you ain't caught up, go ahead and get rid of your beef and your pork. It's okay. All right, we're gonna be cutting out chicken. No, huh?
Say beef ain't beef no more. It ain't no moo in that burger. Like my grandma said.
Listen, there's a lot of changes. So start working on yourself now. Get ready. It's new sun. Andre already put it out. He said new blue sun. So at least by the solstice, we got to be prepared for that blue light.
That's right.
You feel me?
That's right.
Hey, it's getting there.
So we on it. Hey, y'all, we're going to be back, what's the day? Maybe Tuesday with another one.
Somebody said it seems like the green light pushes out warmth. It does. And I'm not just saying that because I got these ski masks on. That might have the shit. That might be the reason why I brought up summer. The shit and how they fuck. But it does push out that warmth. It's a higher vibrating light. It's higher in frequency. So the more you speed something up, the hotter it becomes. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, absolutely. Wait till we get to that purple. Like that's what I'm looking forward to because I already seen it.
Yeah, me too. That purple. Yeah, I see it too already. That purple, man. That purple light. It's people already out here on it. The people they own that purple. We see you.
Facts.
Go ahead. Yeah, we see you. We see everybody. Hey man, we see everybody. We see everything. We watching everything.
I'm looking at everything.
Yeah, we see
everybody.
So.
Listen, there ain't nothing getting past me. It's all
everything.
Coming across my desk.
Yeah. And we catching it. Everything out the air with no meat, nigga. With no meat. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I'm telling you. Hey, so yeah, everybody get up out of here, y'all. Peace. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back in about we'll give you a day to catch up. If you people we'll be back Tuesday, man. On another.
Let's go Beyonce.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's the next one. So y'all heard that. We gonna be back Tuesday with the Beyonce exposed. Stay tuned. Rabat, y'all. I mean, salam alaikum, assalamu alaikum, peace, hotel, right? Divine love throughout the boundless universe to all. Wadu.